All right, we are live. Welcome to the Blogging Bunch, our live hangout. Today we're going to talk about stats. Since today is July 2nd, then we need to be gathering up our stats from June and getting everything together. So, I'm Sarah and I blog at thebloggingbunch.com and also at Play to Learn with Sarah. And I have my fingers in lots of other little things right now that hopefully in the fall I'll let you know what those all are. But ladies, introduce yourselves also.
I'm Carrie from carriel.com, and I blog about parenting and blogging in Dallas. And all kinds
And I'm Elizabeth from rockabyeparents.com, and I blog about blogging and parenting and Disney and kids and all that good stuff.
Fun times, yeah. So we all blog basically mommy blog, lifestyle, parenting, and then we add in a few. We each have our own kind of other spins that we add into those too. And so we've been working together for about a year and a half now, and we've really been able to watch our blogs grow, and we make sure that we're supporting each other 100%. And it's great to have somebody that you can talk to about blogging that gets it and gets you, because my husband just totally zones out and has nothing. He doesn't. And all my other friends are like, you can make money blogging? Especially if you keep track of your stats and you know what's going on. So today we wanted to, Carrie has some principles that she's made about keeping track of your stats. We wanted to talk about what you use to keep track of your stats, where you can find those numbers, and all that fun stuff. So Carrie, you want to show your thing now?
Yeah, so I've got a little, I wish I had it on my screen so I could screen share it. Wouldn't that make more sense?
I can screen share if you need.
Okay, that would probably be...
Okay,
yeah.
I'm trying to
I'm
get
not very prepared, sorry. I was jumping in my neighbor's car like 10 minutes ago, which I don't know how to do, so that was really awesome.
I was going to get into Google Analytics also, just to show where you can find some of that stuff too. Okay, no. Where's the thing? Screen share mode. And if I don't see you again, then it was nice. Okay, start screen share. All right.
Okay, so there you go.
So this is Carrie's printable, right? So month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so I did. What I do with it is I print it out too. So I've got one for the first. You can start it whenever, you know, and you can fill in the months whenever. And I just print out 2 for the whole year. And that's kind of, you can see along the top there all the stuff that I keep track of. Does it show your screen when I'm talking? Just wondering.
No, it shows yours.
Okay, so maybe you could tell about it, Sarah.
Okay. So we've got unique page views, which you can find. Hopefully you're using Google Analytics, which we'll go into that in a few minutes. But Google Analytics has kind of changed some of their wording right now. So unique page views might be, let's see, the Blogging Bunch. Blogging Bunch took a big hit, so don't look at don't look at this. But we've got sessions, users, page views. So unique page views, this is what you're looking for right here. 2,000 would be on unique page views. Email subscribers. I go through FeedBurner. I go and look at my FeedBurner when I write down these numbers. So in mine I'll do like the top number would be FeedBurner, and then the bottom number would be MailChimp, because I also
exactly how I do it too.
And then I also add in and then Bloglovin also. So MailChimp, you want to keep track of your email subscribers. So MailChimp, FeedBurner, and Bloglovin, how many people are following you on all those things. Alexa score, we talked about this Alexa ranking, and here, no, it's over here. Alexa, on the Chrome toolbar, it looks like this. So I'm on google.com. It tells you what the rank is right there in the United States and the rank in the world. So you want to make sure that you're following that, and remember, you want 1 is Google, and you're trying to get as close to 1 as you possibly can. But at least try to be under 100,000. And if you're just starting out, and just by having that Alexa toolbar in, and then having other people have everybody in our community has the Alexa toolbar, then when we visit each other's blogs, then we build up our scores. How many Facebook fans you have, how many Twitter followers you have, Instagram followers, Google Plus followers, and Pinterest followers. And, whichever one you're trying to grow. I really have been this year working on Pinterest. So out to the side, I also have like what the difference is between each month. And I have seen that I think I averaged it out for the last 6 months. It was like, or 5 months, 280 followers a month or something like that. So what do you guys get? What do you get?
What do you mean?
On Pinterest?
Well, I used to have a lot more per month new followers when Elizabeth was helping me. But now I'm doing it myself. I'm not really doing a lot over there as much as I should, so it's slowed down a lot. But yeah, I do like to track, like to see the difference and see if there is growth, even though it might be slow. But I like to still be able to see, kind of what's happening each month. And here's what one looks like when it's filled out. This is from my Texas site, which is easier to read because the numbers are actually a little smaller, so it's not as crowded. But so anyway, I just can kind of track what's going on, and I don't really do anything with that site, and it's really clear. I don't do anything with that site when I look at the numbers. But it does tell kind of a story about your blog and about where you're working at the hardest and what you need to put more time and energy into.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful to keep track. I also keep track. I print out my. I try to run everything through PayPal and print that out each month. Print out, money in. You can print those out separately for PayPal, so you know what you're spending each month and where it's going. So just keeping track of all that stuff is really, if you're doing it on a monthly basis, it's going to really help you at the end of the year when you're doing your taxes. But it's also going to help you be able to see, sometimes I feel like, wow, I'm not making much progress at all, or I'm not happy with my stats. And then I get to it and I look back to February, and my stats are 50% more than they were in February. So I really should be happy with my stats, even though they're not as high as they were in March and April. But so looking at Google Analytics, make sure you have Google Analytics. You can see all the information. You can just look at a glance. You can look at page views. You can set at the top, this is June 1st through July 1st, so you can set the different dates. You can set it for the whole entire year if you want. See how many different users and sessions. You can go through demographics, see who's using it. I usually go to acquisition overview to see. I also will write down where my top refers are coming from. So on the Blogging Bunch, we're getting mostly 80% is coming from organic searches. And then if I click on that, it's not going to tell you. We'll have to do another hangout where we tell you how to get these, what they're searching for. But 1,100 searches, and it's not provided. And there is a way to find that information out. But in our 20-minute talks each day, can't do that. Email links. Blogging Bunch, add Gmail to your email and link. Facebook, add a Facebook page. So this is what people are searching for to get to us. All referrals. Here we go. Just trying to see if there were different sites. This one may not. We kind of haven't been focusing a lot. So Pinterest, Facebook, Carrie's site, webmail, Facebook. So those are different. Who is sending traffic to us? And then I also look at behavior, and I write this down each month. I want to know what my top 3 pages were, and what the top 3 pages are, so that I know, okay, those are the things that are getting traffic each month, so I need to continue doing those. How to add a blog button to your Facebook page. This one gets a lot. Google AdSense, how much does it pay? How to add a link to your Gmail signature. Schedule tweets in TweetDeck. For Blogging Bunch, these are really our main ones. We get a ton of searches. This is where not ton, obviously, but we get the majority of our traffic has come from that. And we haven't put a lot of time into this blog in the last 6 months because we've been focusing on our personal blogs, and we wanted to do these hangouts. But this is going to help you keep track. I know on my personal site, I noticed that I got a lot of all 3 of my top ones for June. All 3 of my top posts were roundups. So roundups do good. They get you traffic, and they're getting me a lot of traffic. So I will continue for July to do more roundups. So, any other thoughts, girls?
I always look, just because I know when you apply for a lot of sponsored posts and stuff, every month I also look at not just my page views, but how many unique visitors I have and how many visitors overall. I always record those. And I usually look at it, I personally do a month, and I also look at a 6-month view, which gives a better number when I'm applying for jobs than one specific month in case the month, one thing happens or another. Like the other day when my blog was down for a few hours, I do look at those too.
Yeah, because then you can average it out, and you feel like you're giving a more, oh, what's the last 30 days? A lot of times they'll ask for that, and if you're having a rough 30 days, then if you can average it out, you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's great. I don't really have anything to add. The only thing, sometimes we get involved in other social media outlets like StumbleUpon or whatever. You might want to record that too if that's something that you're serious about and that you're tracking. So that's something to think about when you start adding more social media networks, just to put them in your little list of things that you're keeping track of as well.
And a lot of times you can use, like Carrie's Printable, you can use other printables. I've just gone down and found ones. But a lot of times for keeping track of stats, it's very personal. And so it would be what you want to see or what helps you the most. So creating your own Google Doc, Excel spreadsheet, whatever, to kind of help you keep track of your own stats is really going to be the most beneficial, I think, to you. Definitely you can print things out that other people have, but there's always going to be like, oh, I wish it had this. Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hear mine out there crying for mommy, and I've been not going out there because I know Charles is out there, but I don't know I'm surprised nobody's burst in here.
She probably just wants to say something.
Be involved.
She loves our calls.
Yeah, I know. She does like to. The boys took her upstairs. She usually likes to come and say hi. Okay, so keeping track of stats, you definitely make sure you have Google Analytics. I actually also have Stat Counter on my site, and from what I understand, Stat Counter takes every single hit, and Google doesn't count them until they've been on like 5 seconds or something. So not just kind of a flash hit or something. So the numbers are a little bit different. Google Analytics is a little bit lower, but that's what, if you are monetizing, then that's what people are going to ask for. But I like the Stat Counter one so that I can compare and see what's going on. And just for me, it's on my blog. It's easier than going, I'm already in my dashboard. I can just see it. Of course, you can see the Google on your dashboard too if you have the right plugin. But I keep track of this.
That's a WordPress thing, right? Like that's not a Stat Counter is just for WordPress.
Yeah, Stat Counter is just a WordPress plugin, and it can give me. Yeah, I just look at the bar graph. Okay, well, am I about where I was yesterday? And also keeping track of. I know that by noon I should be at a certain number, and if I'm not at that number, then okay, well, do I need to go make comments? Do I need to post things on Facebook or pin more things? Do I need to ask these two to pin things for me? So knowing, kind of keeping track also and doing your stats throughout the day. So like where you are at 7 a.m., where you are at 11 a.m., where you are at 3 p.m., where you are at 6 p.m., where you are at, so that you can get an average and know where you are throughout the day for your traffic can also help you in building your traffic and maintaining what you have.
Because you'll see patterns. You'll start to see patterns, and even if you have a lot of different people coming to your blog every day, so you're not getting the same crowd every day, you're going to see that you have different patterns of when people read your blog based on your content. So, like, for example, I have a post about writing prompts, and that writing prompt post picks up on Pinterest every night, like around 9 or 10 o'clock at night, when people that like to write are sitting down and writing and looking for writing prompts. So it's totally consistent. I mean, that is a given. That at 9 o'clock at night, that is going to pick up every night. And then I have a couple other posts, like mom posts, that I see get a lot of traffic during like lunchtime, nap time, right? So, and it's a lot of mobile traffic, people sitting there, with their babies or whatever, kids are asleep, looking on their phones, and I get a lot of traffic then for that particular post. So I think you'll see patterns, and that might be good times to share those posts or to promote those posts, is when people are already reading them.
To be on Pinterest, pinning things that those people are going to like. I know, and keeping track of who your referrers are also. Where is your traffic coming from? My traffic's coming from Pinterest right now. It was Google, it was 50% Google, 50% social, mostly Pinterest, and then, or 30% Google, 30% social, and then Google did that, reworked something in May, and I lost a lot of Google traffic on that site, on my site. So then it was 50% from Pinterest, basically. So I know that I need to be focusing on Pinterest, writing content that is popular on Pinterest. But Pinterest redid something with some of their stuff today, and viral tag no longer works.
Oh no!
As of yeah. So lots of people are freaked out about this, and lots of us pay for this viral tag stuff, and you can't repin and schedule all the pins, because I try to, maintain my presence on Pinterest, and I'm pinning things, once an hour or something on Pinterest. But I can't sit and do that all day long. So I scheduled them through viral tag. But now that that's not quite working, there are things.
What about Ahology? Because that's your other option too.
Yeah, I'm using Ahology. Also, at times they kind of come and go with Ahology, because they only schedule things, at least the things that I pin, they schedule it between like 7 and 11 p.m.
They do. Unless you schedule yourself. I think you can schedule it yourself.
Okay. I've just been, I schedule like 4 things that are somebody, I repin 4 things from the boards, and then want to add one content of mine is what I do for Ahology usually.
Yeah.
And again, we were at the beach without Wi-Fi last week, and so now it's like, okay, I got to get my brain back working and back into the swing of things, which I can't.
It's hard.
I know. I can't get my brain back on.
Yeah.
But so sitting down in your stats, make sure you do it. I do it as early as I can on the first of the month. Get into my Twitter numbers and my Facebook numbers are as accurate as they can be. It doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, because it's just for you, really, just to help you keep track. I was able to see that I got like 8 Facebook followers in June, so maybe I need to join a group giveaway or do something to up my Facebook numbers. So it really just tells you what your actions.
I lost 8 in June, if it makes you feel better.
I was gonna say, I think Carrie and I were probably losing and gaining enough. Sometimes it's a little low, sometimes it just stays steady between who goes away and the new ones that come in, and
yeah, I got 8 more.
Well, good. Good.
It's still up.
Still up. I have trouble with. I only got 7 on Instagram, and I got like 20 on Google Plus, and
wow.
I can't keep track of all of it. So I tend to spend like 1 month will be on this one, and then the next month will be on this one, and I tend to not be able to keep track of all of them and try to split them up. But okay, so I think we were going to have Elizabeth talk about like an introduction to SEO next week, but I have a meeting and Carrie has a meeting, and Elizabeth would be on her own. So it's hard to talk to yourself on these things. I mean,
no input, no nothing.
Yeah. I'm sure I could do it, but Elizabeth Elizabeth wants to be able to talk to us and talk it out. So I think that we're going to skip next week, and so we'll do the intro to SEO in 2 weeks, and then we've got tons more ideas. We're trying to we tried to keep it to 30 minutes, and then somebody said, well, how about 20 minutes? And so in 20 minutes, it's hard to gauge what all you can fit in, but we're at 20 minutes now, so hopefully, I didn't see any questions or anything. So hopefully somebody will eventually watch this and maybe check their stats. We will also post this on thebloggingBunch.com along with a link to Carrie's printable for you. Okay, got it all? All right. Thanks. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.